We're lucky to have Crater Lake National Park in our backyard. It's just a 2-hour drive from Medford, and the drive up there is beautiful. You follow the Rogue River all the way up till you get to the lake. The lake itself is the deepest lake in the United States, and the color is so crystal blue. It's one of the cleanest lakes. What's interesting is the level goes up and down about 6 feet a year, so they get about 6 feet of rain, but it all dissipates or soaks through the volcanic rock. In fact, it goes through the rock and it forms the Rogue River and it forms the Umpqua rivers. The lake itself, you could spend a week there hiking and exploring it, but today I just want to talk how you could do it in a day. And that's what we did here. So first, you want to go to the Crater Lake Lodge, and that's amazing. That's one of the best parts of Crater Lake, this old historic lodge. It's gorgeous. They have a gourmet restaurant where you could have breakfast and lunch without reservations. Dinner is reservations only. So make sure you check out the lodge. It's a must. And then right next to the lodge, there's a little visitor center that's a non-profit, and all the profits go to the lodge itself. So when you're done with Crater Lake, go to the visit center. And then after that, Senate Outlook or Museum is right behind the visitor center. So hike down. It was closed today, the day I went here, but the view is gorgeous. There's a diorama of the lake itself, and if the doors were open, you will see there's more exhibits inside. Panoramic views of the lake from here, and this whole museum kind of hangs off the rim. So it's really worth seeing as you look down on Wizard Island below. After you're done here, you want to take off and you want to drive the west rim. And I'd suggest pulling out at every turnout you can. There's some I talk about in the article which are more relevant than others, but they all have gorgeous views. About halfway around the lake, you'll get to Cleetwood, and Cleetwood has a mile-long trail that takes you down to the water. This is a must. You must hike to the water. If you could get tickets for the boat tour, that's a plus. And you could get tickets at the lodge or online. More details are in the article. But when you're on the lake, it is just so beautiful. You could look down, and I even saw some salmon swimming below me. Here we're actually going behind Wizard Island, and if you see those little structures, that's where they store the boats in the winter. Here we're going up to a waterfall that's cascading down into the lake, and look how clear that water is. The waterfall was a surprise. There's lots of waterfalls and cascades going to the lake, which you can't see from the rim. You gotta be on the lake. Here's Phantom Ship, just a rock formation that comes out of the middle of the lake itself. We're gonna kind of go around it in the boat, but it's just a really interesting formation. And in the background, you can see how big and massive this lake is. Just gigantic. The amount of water stored here is tremendous. And if you see the rugged cliffs going up, they go up about 1,000 feet from the lake. And what's interesting is look at all the landslides that are coming off the cliffs and going into the lake. And then there's a lot of interesting rock formations up in these cliffs. So you spend about an hour on the boat tour, or 2 hours rather. There's 3 different tours, but the one we took was 2 hours around the lake. And there's one that will actually drop you off at Wizard Island, and you could explore it. You could even hike into the cone inside or on top of Wizard Island. This is just more views, shows you how beautiful the lake is, more waterfalls, absolutely crystal clear water. Just a pleasure to be on this lake. There's Wizard Island in the background, and here's a panorama of the whole lake itself with Wizard Island. More cliffs, more landslides going down into the lake. So Crater Lake is really worth visiting, and then read the article. It'll tell you exactly how to do all the top features of the lake, see almost everything in one day.